Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is going to be my second video, and in this video we will be moving towards the fear of losing your loved ones. This is a very scary feeling. This is a very scary thing that can happen to anyone, because I have been feeling this fear inside of me all this time. Right after losing my father, the fear actually never stopped. It turned into something big, panic attack or anxiety attacks, and it keep on changing its phases and affecting me to a level where I could not be normal. This fear of losing my loved ones, my family, my extended family, whoever I get close to, I would imagine or I would fear that I am about to lose them in a terrific car accident, or maybe they will get fed up of me. This loop has left me with paralysis of not being able to share my happiness, because I was fearful that if I share too much, it might attract evil eye, or it will attract bad people into giving me evil eye, and therefore I will lose my family. Or this fear never stopped. In fact, it kept on growing and growing into big things, until I decided to ask myself this question, like, why is it happening? You see, I never acknowledged much of this pain. I never get at the bottom of it, that maybe in order to heal that, I need to recognize the patterns. I need to recognize what is wrong with me, which is very important for anyone going through grief. To accept all that, we have to ask ourselves this question, that the issues behind it. I'm going to add one-page journal that will help you. This would be about fear that you have been feeling. So this series is all about fears and what you can do to help yourself. You have to understand that those are the core. The people we fear of losing are the core to our emotional world. You have named someone an emotional security, safety. You have given them that intimacy to be close to you. And then when you feel that they can protect you, they can nurture you, they can stay connected with you, that's when you feel that, okay, now if I lose them, I will lose myself, because these people are my safety. And one time already I have felt that my safety has been compromised. And I'm talking from my point of view. I never, earlier before 2024 of February, I never felt that I might lose anyone. And right after my father's death, and when I came back to Canada, I started getting these feelings that everyone is out to get me. The universe is out to get me. Universe will punish me for being happy. I have felt this loss where I had to go through this forcible separation from my father. And it can happen with anything. It can happen with people who have been emotionally neglected their whole life. They have been made to feel that they are irreplaceable, that anyone can replace them. Also, the nervous system here get wired to anticipate pain. So even in the moment of peace, you feel that, oh, someone is going to betray you, or the God will betray you. Fear becomes your way of preparing for the worst. That's what fear does. It gets stored in our body, and it kind of prepares us for something major that is yet to come. But one another thing that is happening is my brain is trying to control the pre-grieving stage. Sometimes we love so deeply that our mind tries to prepare ourselves ahead of time. If I imagine it, maybe it won't hurt me, right? So that only causes suffering, that never help you. Even if you predict that something might will happen, your brain does not know the difference between reality and imagination. You will feel the same kind of pain all the time. This pre-grieving will never protect you. It just makes you feel like you've already lost them. I'm sorry you feel that way. Most of us feel like we are not worthy for love. Half of our lives we have been trying to do conditional and unconditional love, and approximately every human being have felt that they are not worthy by someone inappropriate, or by someone who was not your soulmate or your friend, or someone unworthy. So if we have felt that way, we feel like, what if I'm not meant to keep the people I love? we ask ourselves these questions, right? The belief is there, might not be true, and we are kind of giving it a power to haunt us and make us feel unsafe in love. Even when everything is okay, we are trying to do that. We are trying to make it true. The belief, we are believing it. So we have to take away that power, right? Everyone who is very sensitive to emotions, right? You feel deeply, you talk deeply, you don't take love for granted. This beautiful trait makes you more affected by the things that can change or disappear. You get more affected because you are emotionally attuned in your mind. And people with ADHD, people with highly emotional bandwidth, people who feel that something, they are very emotionally intelligent or emotionally wired, they feel the what if situations often. And what if, and this brain of yours, this machinery, keep on going, keep on recording, keep on reliving those imaginations, and keep on thinking about the worst case scenarios. And if you have felt loss on the top of it, you are just in between all these back and forth things. If you also are a highly responsible person who you're very protective of the people you love, or you feel guilt for help or helplessness imagining their pain, so you do all of these things, you think about the unthinkable. So I am here to talk you out through of all those things and make sure that we resolve these are the pains. And if you can really connect yourself with one of them and know that we have to get over all these things in order for us to heal, in order for us to identify what is wrong with us, we have to take some steps. And I think that you are watching this video, or you could relate to this video, is a first step. We can acknowledge the pain. We can name this loop. We can call it the fear loop. Whenever thought comes, just call it out. Say that this is the fear loop. This is my imagination. I do not give it enough power, and detach yourself from this imagination, right? So tell yourself, I feel this fear because I love someone, I love him, I love her, and this is not any weakness. Just tell yourself that. And once you do that, you take away the power from the fear and you stand up in your ground. It's like standing up to someone who was bullying you all these years, and now you have redirected your power, gaining your volume or your voice again. Most of us have unhealed inner child. Your inner child is deeply hurting right now. You have been abandoned a lot of time, and this fear of loss, when you see her as some other girl, maybe then only you can talk to her in a way that can be helpful. Practice presence over projection. Right now, they're alive. Everyone is okay. They're safe, they're connected, this is real. And define your imagination. What I am imagining is they are getting in an accident. What if they do that? What if those are what if loops? We have to call it a name. This is a what if loop. I do not have control over actual life. So this, but I can control this what if loop that keep on going on. So just name it. Practice this presence over projection. The presence is there alive, and the projection is your fear. We can also try talking to the fear that you are here to protect me, but you don't need to scream to be heard. Just imagine the fear as a person standing right next to you and tell them, I know you're protecting me, but you're screaming right now and it's making me crazy. You don't need to scream. You can sit here and let me hold love. Okay, just sit here. Just talk to that fear. Name it. Do not become it. That's the one thing that you can do for yourself. You have to name this person. Like, okay, the person you know you have to live with him, but you have to tell him to like calm down. Okay, so thing has helped me to very little, but doing all these steps all together, and slowly and steadily I'm getting over it. I would not say that I have done something greater by accepting that I am healed. No, I have not. One thing I want you guys to know is, because you're fearing it, you're not manifesting it. I had this greater fear that if I am fearing it, I am giving energy to some of the things that can get energized and take my loved ones from me. I was feeling this, that I am manifesting this pain over and over again by thinking about these things. Those who were not in my control at the moment, I was constantly feeling that I am manifesting it. So I want you to be clear of these things, that because you are feeling it, you're fearing it, you cannot jinx your happiness by being afraid. You cannot do that. You cannot manifest pain by having doubts. You are not a bad person for thinking or imagining the worst case scenarios. You're not. You're just human. You are just going through a lot of pain, and it is not even in your control to imagine things. And your train of thought, because you have never identified it, you have never named it, is just running everywhere in your head and disturbing you from a place of hurting. The source, we have to see and look at the source. And I'm not saying we have to target it with bombs. I'm saying we have to target it with compassion, with love, and with redirection. How we can redirect our fear into love, and how can we live our life again? Just know that manifestation is not about controlling every outcome with your thoughts. When your fear is rooted in trauma, when your fear is rooted in losing someone, that belief is spiritual guilt, not the truth. That is a guilt, right? No one can manifest anyone's death. We can lose them, yes. Everyone is here because we have to die. That's the ultimate truth. But we cannot manifest anyone's death by just imagining it, and especially when it's coming from the fear. That's a pain. That's not a punishment. That's extreme pain that you are living under. So just know that you're not creating fear. You're responding to a past wound. You're constantly responding. Every time someone touches it, you just respond it very loudly by imagining all those scenarios. And what you need is safety and healing. For me, another thing that was happening was I thought, because I am living under this fear, I thought that if I with happy videos with my brother or my sister that they love me, I will trigger this accident. This used to trigger this belief that if I show the world what I love, something or someone will come and take it away. That's what I was thinking constantly. I was living under this belief. And let me tell you, this is not logic. This is my nervous system screaming from beneath that don't show joy, because last time you had it, it was taken away from you. Stay small, hide love, be quiet. So grief does not notice you. That was I was believing. But here's the truth, right? You don't have to hide your joy because you are fearing. You are allowed to be seen. You are allowed to love. If someone is loving you, that's a blessing. You cannot be fearful of those things. You're not responsible for keeping others' jealousy or hate by hiding yourself. You are meant to bloom, so just bloom. Just be a flower and let the environment do their work. You will not get plucked away. The practice tool that we can do in order to help ourselves. So we are going to name the pattern, not the loop. We have already talked about it. It's screaming in your head and you cannot do anything about it. Just don't argue. Just name it, label it, put a stamp on it. You're a fear loop, right? This is my brain in protection mode, not in truth mode. Doing this will keep away your illusions from your thoughts. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to shake our body, shake our arms, our legs, our body, our chest a little bit, and come into reality, right? And tell yourself that no, this is just fear coming into me. This is just fear turning into anxiety. This is not the truth. This is my brain trying to protect me. Or if you do not like that, if you don't want to give your brain that power that it's in a protection mode, tell that your fear is trying to scare you. Someone is trying to scare you, and limit your imagination window. I have watched this series called Shrinking, and the psychologists tell the patient to limit this window of grief. The client started taking 30 minutes timer on grief and started screaming for 30 minutes, and at the 31st minute when she was done with it, and she kind of took a break and then go for a walk, and she was normal. What it helps is it will keep the pain in a 30 minutes timeline. Just and breathe. Take deep breaths. Stand up and walk. Touch few things. Touch a wall, touch an object near you, and say what's real. Override panic with precision. When your mind says, if they die, I will lose everything. If they go away, I will be nothing. What will happen to me? Pause and ask yourself what exactly have changed in the last 24 hours that makes you say that. When you stop and think about it in this manner, you kind of pause. Your brain kind of start checking things. If nothing has changed, that is fear. That is not a foresight. This helps your brain to get out of the protection mode and get back into perception. You see, do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things that you see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing you're grateful for. So at the end of this video, I want you to know that even if you're going through this pain, you're not broken for being scared. You are just wounded. But the fact that you are checking it with yourself, you are deeply self-aware. And that is your power. That is where your healing comes from. That is where you know that you're not manifesting anything negative. And you're just trying to live after grief, and your nervous system is still learning. Just know all of these things, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much.